Hi guys, what's up? This is Tevfik here and welcome to another great lecture. In previous lecture we prepared this lobby scene that includes a basic UI for our mobile multiplayer FPS game. In this lecture we will start writing NetworkManager script that will help us to manage multiplayer lobby aspect of our game. Let's get started. Firstly, create a new folder called scripts. Inside it, create a new script called NetworkManager. Now create an empty game object called NetworkManager. And attach NetworkManager script to this game object. The only thing that we are going to do in this lecture is to connect the Photon with player name. And we will do this with the login button inside login UI. So when the user clicks on login button, the string entered to player name input field will be assigned as player name. And we will connect to Photon servers. Now open NetworkManager script. Import UnityEngine.ui and import Photon.pan. In this section I really want to go on in an organized way, so let's wrap these methods inside Unity methods region. Now create a new region called UI callbacks. And create a new method called onLoginButtonClicked. As you guessed, this method will be called when the login button clicked. When this happens, we need to take player name from player name input field. Here create an header and type login panel. With this way, we will have a clear view in the inspector when we write codes for other UI panel. Inside that, create a public input field reference called player name input. Back to onLoginButtonClicked method, create a string called player name. That will be equal to player name input.text. So, if this player name is not empty or null, we will connect to Photon servers with this name. So type Photon network.localplayer.nickname. That will be equal to player name. So this is how we set player name in Photon. Next, type Photon network.connect using settings. So this method will connect us to Photon. Else we will debug the console saying that player name is invalid. That's it. We can now connect to Photon. But how can we understand that? We can track the connection process using two ways. One is Photon callbacks and the other one is network client state. We will do both of them in this lecture. Let's start with callbacks. Go up and delete monoBehavior class here. Then inside type monoBehavior pan callbacks. With this inherited class, we will be able to access Photon callbacks. Now create a new region called Photon callbacks. Inside this region, let's write callback methods that will be called when we connect to Photon servers. Type override, and as you can see, there is a bunch of callback methods that will help us in every aspect of a multiplayer game. Here, first choose onConnected. This callback method is called when the internet connection is established. So we can say that this is the first method that will be called when we press the login button. Let's write to console that we connected to internet. Then type override and choose onConnected to master. This callback method is called when the user is successfully connected to Photon server. So let's say Photon network.localplayer.nickname is connected to Photon. That's it. Save the script and back to Unity. Click on Network Manager and there we have the Login UI panel, and under it player name input reference. Expand canvas, login panel, and drag and drop player name input field to the corresponding field. Next, click on login button and add an on-click event. Drag and drop Network Manager game object to it. As its function, select on login button click method. Also, if you don't have the console tab, just take one by clicking on Window, General, and Console. That's it. Let's test it. Hit the play. I will enter the player name and press login. Yes, as you can see, in the console we first connected to internet and then connected to Photon with player name. So it definitely works. Another way to track connection status is to write network client state to this connection status text field. Back to script, create a new header named connection status. And create a public text reference called connection status text. Now inside update method, type connection status.text equals to connection status string plus Photon network.network client state. So this network client state provides a network state if we are not offline. Let's test it. Save the script and back to Unity. Inside the panel, drag and drop connection status text to the corresponding field in Network Manager. Now hit the play. The first thing you're gonna see is this peer created text. Let's enter the player name and connect. Notice the text is written to the connection field. It really informed us a lot about the connection state. And it is super useful when it comes to tracking what's going on with our multiplayer game. So we will use this connection status a lot. So that's it for this lecture. To recap, we created Network Manager script and we managed to connect the Photon with player name. Also, we tracked network state with Photon callback methods and Photon network.network client state. In the next lecture, we will implement a UI code mechanism that will easily activate or deactivate UI panels based on what we need. So what we will do in the next lecture will save us lots of time. So I will see you in the next lecture.